courtside. Okay, here's what the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks looks like. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
This road stretch could be rough. They just haven't executed at all away from home. So they're going to have to figure out those problems and figure them out soon.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Green out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's the Beast in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with Thompson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Champ in at the 3.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
From deep, Thompson pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Out to the right wing. Pass to Champ. On target from range. Champ's got 7 points. Here's Curry. His last outing, he had 20. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Warriors with the rebound. Last time they met was in the Bay Area.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. The 4th spot held by the Warriors.
And what really stands out to me about this team is how they share the rock. They don't want good shots, they want great shots. And collectively as a team, that's what they seek out.
Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. Pajimski's checked in for the Warriors. What's not to love about opening day, Graham? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
The steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. The Beast shot is off.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possessions. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Jones, he's checked in for Dallas. Christie comes in for Dinwiddie. The 3 nails it from beyond the arc.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And an always enthusiastic presence in the crowd. Mark Cuban's here tonight, enjoying what he's seeing so far.
And maybe more than any owner in the league, Cuban wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's in charge of the whole franchise, but he's a die-hard fan first and foremost.
And Dallas making a change here. Washington's checked in. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Curry. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pass to Washington. There's the 3. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 3. Takes the 3. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And the to finish it off. A beauty.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Gary Payton II, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Post in at the center position. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Podziemski. Here's Payton. Jones with the block. And the layup is good off the glass.
And all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Left side Podziemski. Now here's Jackson-Davis. Tight defense on him. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Edwards, he's checked in for Washington. The Warriors also with a sub. Heald's checked in for Jackson-Davis. Just 5 to shoot. The shake. Podziemski into the lane. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
The shot by Hardy, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Payton, no good. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Payton with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. Pass to Post. Outside Hield. The 3. Drops in the 3. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Jones. Outside Edwards. Here's Marshall. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
3-pointer. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 17 left in the first half. Clock at 6. Here's the Beast. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. The Beast has got 6 points.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to Powell. Back to Washington. Here's Champ. 3-pointer, no good. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Here's the Beast. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's the Beast. Soft touch off the glass. The Beast has got 4 points now in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Damn, good.
Yeah, the combo guard Dinwiddie, so good at figuring out when one of his guys is open.
To the inside. That's tipped. Washington with the ball. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
please direct your attention to center court. And
Hello and welcome.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming.
Moving on, the Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
They've got Spencer Dinwiddie, B.J. Washington out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Klay Thompson, and it's Champ in at the 3. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. To the right side, here's the Beast. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dallas leading by 3. Pass to Champ. Oh, Green with a block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
For 3, Powell. It's not going to go for him. And the Warriors shooting a solid 47%. Now let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Thompson passes to Powell. Down low. Pass to Champ. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the rejection. Here's the Beast. He's guarded by Washington. Dinwiddie passes to Washington. Here's Champ. Launches it. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Crafty move. Driving to the basket.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
1:57 left in the third quarter here. To the wing on the left. Fires from deep. Warriors with the rebound.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Hield against Powell. Pass to Champ. Rebounded by Green.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's the Beast. 10 points for him. Another steal. Pass to Washington. Here's the Beast. And the Warriors miss again.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And the shot goes in. Champ's got 21 points in the game. Warriors trail by 3. Here's the Beast. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist of the night.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
And the shot goes down. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Powell with a steal. To the middle. Oh, Klay takes the contact and finishes.
Just such a confident scorer, seeing Klay get into these areas on the floor and still being effective. Gotta appreciate that part of his game.
Here's the Beast. And he banks in the layup. The Beast has got 15 points.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Dallas on top. They lead by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Heel to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle, and the basket by Edwards.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage, he's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Dallas leading by 5. And Edwards slams it in.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce.
Substitution on the court.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's the Beast. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Clay showing some signs that time of that prime-time defense he can bring.
Here's the Beast. Shoots a fadeaway. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Washington powers it through.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's the Beast. Nice move. Mavericks with a rebound. Champ's got 5 rebounds in the game. He takes it in. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Here's Champ, covered by Jackson-Davis. Here's Champ on the take. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Warriors trail by 12. Here's the Beast. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Dallas shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. 1:10 left in the 4th. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Champ can't hit. The Warriors have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal.
And there is no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Mavericks.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Champ.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Washington drives in. Pass to Dinwiddie. Curry with for the steal.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall.
Not the result he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this one away.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Dwight Howard taking 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Curry from deep three-point land. Misses. And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here now with Klay Thompson. And Klay, congratulations on the win. How satisfying is it winning games in front of this devoted crowd?
Well, we always want to put on a show for our fans. They deserve it. They show up every single night. And it's just fun to protect home court.
It's one of the best places to play in the league, no doubt. Thanks, Klay.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. As we leave, we present our player of the game.